The Heisman has announced their finalists. Travis Hunter, being the favorite, obviously was a finalist to go along with Dylan Gabriel and Cam Ward. And of course, most people who feel like will finish second, Ashton Genty, are the four Heisman finalists. But should there have been five? Should there have been five? Was Shedeur Sanders snubbed of a Heisman finalist season? Let's talk about it after the bumper. Stay tuned. What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show right here on JeffLightsYJr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and notification bell because we upload all the time. Now, the Heisman has announced their four finalists for this year's Heisman Trophy, the most prestigious award in college football. You know, the big fancy one that happens in New York every single year. The best player in college football wins this award. And we all expected to be Colorado two-way star Travis Hunter. 14 touchdowns receiving, 4 interceptions on defense, playing an average of like 115 snaps a game. Travis is the overwhelming favorite to win the Heisman, while also leading Colorado from going 4-8 to now 9-3 this season. Second, Ashton Genty. Most people feel like he'll finish second. Some people feel like he should win. The Boise State running back has had a crazy good season, over 2,000 yards rushing. But then there is Shedeur Sanders. Now let me go ahead and share with you. We can look at the stats from the Heisman Trophy guys that I said. Like I said, these are the finalists. Dylan Gabriel, he threw for 3,500 total. Well, he's got 3,500 total yards and 28 passing touchdowns. I'm sure he's got a couple of rushing touchdowns. Dylan Gabriel is in a total statue, so he's one of them. Travis Hunter, 1,100 receiving yards, 4 interceptions, 14 receiving touchdowns. I think that's the best stat they should have left on there. But I guess when you see 1,152 receiving yards and then 4 interceptions, it's just like, whoa, it's insane, even if you know nothing about football. Ashton Genty, 2,497 rushing yards and 29 rushing touchdowns. Any other season, that is a Heisman Trophy type season. I'm going to just be honest. If there wasn't a guy named Travis Hunter that existed, those crazy old numbers, and by the way, leading Boise to a 4 seed in the college football playoff. He's got Boise State with a bye week. That's any other season that wins you a Heisman. And then of course, Miami stud quarterback, more than likely the second quarterback to come off the draft boards in the 2025 NFL draft, Cam Ward of Miami, 4,100 passing yards, 36 passing touchdowns. He led FBS with passing touchdowns. But then, like I said, there is Shedeur Sanders, the guy who was the presumed going to be, excuse me, went to be the presumed number 1 overall pick in the 2025 NFL draft, especially if it stands how it currently does. And y'all know I do this every single time I bring up the draft, because my Raiders, as it currently stands, has owned the number 1 overall pick and will take Shedeur Sanders. So therefore, Cam Ward will be the second pick. But nonetheless, Shedeur Sanders is the presumed first overall pick in the 2025 NFL draft. But he wasn't a Heisman finalist, even though he won the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award, which is one of the many best quarterback in the nation awards to go. The Johnny Johnny Unitas. Then you got the Maxwell is the other big one as far as best quarterback in the country. But let's look at Shedeur Sanders' numbers, and y'all tell me, man. Y'all let me know whether y'all feel like he should have been there, because personally, I do. If we're looking at the passing numbers for 2024, that's the very last row, right here, 74% completion percentage, 35 touchdowns to only 8 interceptions, 32, almost 4,000 yards, by the way. Oh, yeah. 3,900 yards, 74% completion percentage, 35 touchdowns to only 8 interceptions. I mean, that sounds like a Heisman finalist to me, man. Like, that sounds like a guy that deserves to be in New York. 74? 74%. I mean, I didn't even realize. I don't think I realized he threw a 74% completion percentage. I mean, that is absurd, playing 12 games in the Power 5, Power 4, whatever. 12 games in the Big 12, 74% completion percentage, 35 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions. And then he's not the biggest runner, but if you add rushing touchdowns, he added 4 there too. So 4 more rushing touchdowns. including as long as one being a 17-yarder. I don't know, man. That kind of sounds like a guy that deserves to be in New York. That kind of sounds like a guy that deserves to be on sitting on that right there next and experiencing that with his teammate Travis Hunter. We all know this is the Travis Hunter coronation is going to happen at the Heisman. We're not worried about who's winning the Heisman. I'm not saying Shedeur should win the Heisman because he's not. Travis is winning the Heisman. But I think Shedeur deserved the opportunity to enjoy the city of New York and do all the Heisman stuff that all the finalists get to do, and sit there when ESPN pans and shows the finalists sitting next to Travis and getting to be the first one to dap him up, hug him up, or whatever when Travis wins it. I think he deserves it with a 74%, throwing 74% from the field this year, 35 touchdowns to only 8 interceptions, 74% completion percentage. Yeah, I think he deserves that, man. And he's going to be the number 1 overall pick. Let me repeat. He's going to be the number 1 overall pick. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think just looking at that again, yeah, I think he got snubbed, man. I think Shedeur got snubbed, but it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Did Shedeur Sanders get snubbed by the Heisman committee? By the, because they have this big fancy committee that chooses the Heisman, or that they kind of gets together to put together the finalists and all the voters vote on the Heisman. But let me know your thoughts. Did Shedeur get snubbed? I'm curious to see where he actually ends up if he's not a finalist, if he ends up at 5th or if he ends up lower. Who the hell would you put above him? But regardless, I'm just curious now where he ends up as far as the Heisman voting goes. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Once again, my name is JeffLightsYjr. This is the Victor Formation Sports Show right here on JeffLightsYr, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because I upload all the time. And I will see you guys next time.